Back again, back again, back again. It's a sad day. I have failed the mission. I gave in to my fear, my anxieties. And I want to share this video just kind of as an example that does happen and discuss kind of what my plan is going forward. So originally the plan was to go ahead, leave the country. I had my ticket and everything. I was ready to go and would have been leaving here in a few weeks, and I was confident, and then I let that negativity get to me, right? And as the negativity got to me, I started to believe it. At first I was like, nope, kept knocking it out, and it was telling me things like I would need more money, or I wouldn't be able to survive where I was going, or like I wasn't as prepared as I needed to be. Meanwhile, my spirit was telling me that was the whole point. That was the purpose, was for me to go in that situation without all of the perceived necessities, right? And without having a whole bunch of cash to just for security's sake, so that I could walk in divinity, and I could walk in faith, and I would see that everything was provided for me in a way that only the universe could do so, right? But that negativity got to me, that dark energy got to me, and it caused me to get out of alignment with spirit, and I canceled my flight. And I started thinking all these things, like, no, I'm gonna cancel my flight, I'm gonna save up more money, I'm gonna just wait, I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make more plans, blah, blah, blah. So, once I canceled that flight, right, and this is the kind of the theme I've been trying to touch on in some of my other videos, is like how spirit will check you and test you, and then if you fail these checks and these tests, spirit will then send you back into this orbit, this cyclical, it will send you back into this cyclical experience, and you'll have to repeat certain tests over again until that opportunity comes around for you to show that you are no longer experiencing that fear, and you can then graduate, right? So I missed my graduation, right? That was it. That was my opportunity to show universe, show the spirit, show universe that I was no longer in a fear mindset, and that I could ascend to this next level and walk in faith. And I failed because I let fear get to me, and in that moment of fear, I canceled my flight. So now, immediately, I'm noticing that I'm going back into cyclical behaviors. I'm going back into cyclical thoughts. I'm going back into things that I thought I had already overcome, right? Things like thinking about going back to doing work that I used to do because I feel like I made more money. When I was kind of at a place where I was past the whole money thing, right? Where I felt like I had overcome the system's control on me and making me think that I needed to go and scratch for every penny necessary, like every penny I could possibly get. And so I was at a point mentally where I was doing work more so to be in the experience, to have the experience, to be at play while I work, to have fun, right? And to go through what challenges the universe provided me, which were necessary for my growth. So now I started noticing that my mind is going back into this cyclical behavior of, no, wait, I should do this because it's more money. I should do that because it's more money. And I'm like, nope, where did that come from? That wasn't the plan. That was not the plan. And I just say that to say, like, even when you are walking in an alignment, right, and you're more confident in being in your spiritual form, or in your spiritual self and awareness, right, you can still lose that awareness. That awareness is constantly in flux, and when it fluctuates, if you are not prepared to deal with the negativity, you can get caught by it, and it can set you back, right? So again, I've touched on this before, it's like the universe is never really setting you back necessarily. It's just now you've got to set aside. So now, instead of hitting my ascension, instead of hitting my graduation and flowing on to my new experience, now I'm stuck back in my cyclical experience, right? So now I got to go back and do all of these pre-tests, all of these checks again. I got to go, okay, so are we still clear on this? Okay, cool. Are we still clear on this? Okay, cool. Are we still clear on this? All the way until I get back to that point where now I have an opportunity to, okay, now I am truly spiritually, mentally, and physically prepared for my ascension, for my next step. And I just hope that this encourages people that are going through that, so that when you are having experiences where you notice like you feel really, really good about something and you're ready to take that next step, and you might get hit with a roadblock, or you might even create your own roadblock in your head, right? And then that'll set you back, or set you aside, or send you back into a loop, and you're like, damn, no, man, I overcame all this. I went through all this already. Why is this going wrong? Why is that happening? It's because you missed that. You missed where the Spirit was trying to send you. You missed that ascension point, that graduation point, right? You missed that link to the next step. And unfortunately, because of that, now you got to go back through some things you already overcame in order to actually make sure you are prepared for that opportunity when it comes back around. It's not like you're going to take the test, you fail the test, you get to just take it again. That's not how the universe operates. You take the test, you fail the test, and you got to go back around, right? It's like if I were to equate it to a video game, for instance, it's like you go to the boss fight and you lose everything in the boss fight. Now you got to go back through the game, beat some of the enemies that you already defeated, and you got to farm for whatever it is necessary to get your strength up and to get your character back up to a point where now you are capable of fighting that boss again with a little more knowledge and awareness that's going to allow you to defeat it. But that's it, y'all. Blessings and good luck. See you in the next one.